Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll, and we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go and prove it right now.
after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Gibson again. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Here's 3rd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one. Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Howell down to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
They'll try the left side with Gibson, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Howell now. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And the Washington 1st down.
First down, Howell to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd down and a yard. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Another throw for Howell. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Second down, Howell back to pass. And this is incomplete.
Well, they see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of the game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Howell, 3rd and goal. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's making a 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Howell got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Off play action. It's Howell. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 4. Throwing here, Howell. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Howell. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sam Howell, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Commanders 10, Eagles 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Throwing is Hurts. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down.
Well, I'd say a couple people didn't get the read correct, huh? Zone coverage, linebacker dropped right into the proper spot. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Was looking directly in his eyes as he threw the football, and you're right, it was telegraphed, probably should have been picked. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Straight ahead, Gibson. 87 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, When they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Sly able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings us 2nd and 7.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Pushing his way through. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Trailing 14-13, just under 2 minutes to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete here.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Howell to throw. Gets this to Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Emmanuel Forbes on the coverage.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
So here we go. 4th down. Howell. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that. Much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. But we got a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.